What's up, everybody? We're here to talk about the 2018 Chicago Auto Show. We got...
I'm Joe.
We got...
I'm Matt.
I'm Dan.
I'm Slayman.
Okay. And I'm Steve.
We should just say who we drive.
Do we have to say what we drive?
Might as well.
Okay.
Or Joe starts
I
us
could have
off.
put that part of the text though. Like that
He could've.
Too late.
Text.
We're going with it.
I have a 2006 Hawkeye STI. He's an RX-7.
That
I
doesn't.
don't drive it.
Nah, it's
for
collector.
decorative
It's collector.
purposes.
Yeah, he babies it.
Garage kept. It's Garage Queen.
It is. Steve, what do you drive?
And what else do you drive?
Steve, what do you
A
drive?
Fusion.
Oh.
Dude, the sport.
I drive an Evo and a V8 Lexus and the Skur Bourbon.
Nice. I drive a Ford Focus RS 500.
I don't drive anything. I'm just kind of here.
I think it's going fantastically. Cheers,
Okay,
boys.
so let's start off with the auto show. Does anyone have any favorite cars they want to discuss first?
I think the Ford Transit 250 is the best car in the show.
A lot of headroom because you're
A
tall.
lot of headroom, a lot of practicality.
Did you feel
It's a good
comfortable?
family hauler.
So that was your favorite car of the auto show?
Best car. They had one with like a box conversion where you got like toolboxes and
Yep.
yeah, it was top notch.
Is that for
Great.
the kids? The boxes?
Yeah, you stuff them in there. It's great.
You can lock it from the outside then?
Yes.
Perfect.
Very nice.
You know, most cars have that thing where you can pull it out and you can't lock people in the trunk, but that didn't.
I don't like to pull out,
That's an
so
interesting feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt, what's your favorite
Um,
car from the auto show? Or a few cars?
Well,
You like some Maserati Ghibli?
Because you can get a 479 lease on those.
Stop.
I like that one Hyundai.
With the i30N?
The Veloster?
Yeah.
The Veloster N.
I actually like
The
that a lot.
Ant-Man one,
Veloster.
the Ant-Man one, right? The
No,
purple
not that-
one with
nope.
the flames
Mm-mm.
and the chrome
Nope.
everywhere. The Adam,
No. No,
Adam and
cool. I
Eve
like how they
edition.
changed
the Adam
that.
Wilk edition.
So does the rev limiter is at 2,500?
What Hyundai are you talking about?
The Veloster N.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Hyundai.
Nürburgring edition. They test them with the Nürburgring.
Is that what it
It
is?
was
Yeah.
really nice looking.
Because they have the i30N.
See, I was wondering why it was the N because I always thought that was kind of like
Yeah.
you know,
They drive the
Audi
shit out
is
of them.
RS and Volvo's R and then
Oh.
Hyundai's
It's
N.
not gonna
Well,
swap.
it's not going to
ST
turn, but
for Ford.
no, N is actually what the brand is. It's like a sub-brand of Hyundai in Korea.
Yeah, but it's Nürburgring, you know what I
It
mean?
looked really
Is that what?
nice.
So it's the
Yeah.
Nürburgring
I like that.
That
Veloster.
looks
Yeah,
really
pretty
good.
much.
a lot
quite
more
good.
than what it is now.
Yeah.
That is what it is now.
What it was before.
You're gonna be able to put the pictures up, right?
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then send them the pictures.
Send him pictures of what?
The Veloster or video.
He'll find it. He knows what the Lester N looks like. Well,
If he
You're right.
doesn't have free license to use those photos, he should use these.
We have internet.
oh yeah, well, if you have the pictures.
I have a picture.
There we go.
Some fun facts with the Veloster N, boys.
Okay.
275 horsepower to the front wheels. I do have this.
275?
275.
That's not bad.
Not bad for, but in front wheels they want to make it too powerful because it'll torque steer like crazy. I don't know if it has a limited slip diff in the front or anything. So,
Not bad.
yeah, it has a proper spoiler, proper
Oh, there you
exhaust.
go.
I didn't like the Veloster.
Oh, that's the one I saw.
I didn't like the Velosters because they have that weird center exhaust, kind of like the ST. Sorry, but this one has proper dual. It looks more like a.
500.
It looks more like a proper dual exhaust, like an RS type setup.
There you go.
So, and the interior is way better, and I feel like the rear door is way bigger. It still has that one rear door.
We were looking at this.
Stupid door situation.
Fantastic. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna segue off. This wasn't a favorite car I had, but off of the Hyundai, the Kona. Everybody see the Kona?
I did, yeah.
The Kona looks pretty
Yeah.
cool, and I was doing like a whole thing about like all the off-road trims. You know, cars that have that plastic trim over the wheel wells.
Yeah.
And then I knocked on it, and it wasn't plastic; it was metal. And
Who
I
makes
thought
the Kona? What is that?
Hyundai Kona.
Oh, I never
Yeah.
even heard of that.
How do
Yeah.
you spell that?
Kona.
K-O-N-A-L.
Like the
Yeah.
city in
Not
Hawaii.
Veloster Conan. Hyundai.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Basically, it's a small SUV. It's gonna compete with the HRV, the CHR, all those kind of ugly little ones.
Yeah.
But I think it looks better.
It
That's
looks
pretty
better
ugly.
than all of them.
I
You
thought
thought
it,
It's
it's got Jeep Cherokee front
Reminds me of
lights.
an XC.
No.
Front, I don't know.
But the trim, it's all metal, which you know is kind of nice, quality wise. But it's
not off-road.
it's
it's
more
gonna
heavy too.
it is more
Yeah.
heavy. but it's gonna start.
That's hideous, man.
Yeah.
That's
It's
gross.
gonna
It's kind of
start.
squinty.
It's gonna start
It's not
lower.
bad.
It doesn't look that bad.
That's
It's
ugly.
gonna start at
I
a
was
lower
never a
starting
fan.
price than the CHR and the
I don't
HRV.
hate it.
It's gonna have better off-road capability because of higher ground clearance. You can get it in a manual, but not the all-wheel drive one.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be like the HRV. You can get it all-wheel drive and auto, or you can get it front-wheel drive and manual, but not yet. I guess the first model year they're only doing autos.
Sounds like a Julia situation.
Yeah, 2-liter, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, or a 1.6-liter turbo.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, the 1.6.
I think it looks like a trap.
6-speed auto and a
Oh,
7-speed.
headlights.
You can get a 7-speed dual
Never-
clutch.
Headlights are too skinny.
Those really skinny ones.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Ever since they came out, but the rest of it looks not bad. It's not bad.
But personally, I thought it was pretty good because it starts lower than the HRV and the
How
CHR.
much did it start at?
If you're into those kind of stupid cars.
I believe the representative there told me 17.5, 18.5.
That's not bad.
I don't know. You're the Honda guy. What's the HRV start at? You know?
20.
Yeah. So.
I mean, if you curb a lot of wheels, you know,
Yeah.
go to the shopping mall or something.
Yeah. So.
For your
I
grandma.
like the Hyundai
I
Kona.
curb wheels.
Whatever. Hyundai
I
surprised
know
me.
you
Hyundai surprised me this year. They had some pretty nice stuff.
Who?
Hyundai.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Veloster, the Kona. I
Well,
like
then,
it.
segueing from there, Kia
I'll stay
the
on,
sis-
I'll
the
stay on
brother.
this one.
Stinger GT. What do you think?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Why?
I think it's ugly.
Just for looks?
Look, you got all.
Well,
you got
all right.
all
Performance
serious
is okay. Can't get a manual,
Yeah.
and I really don't like how they look.
Okay. I actually like how they look.
What specifically about
pretty
them don't
good.
you like about
I
their
just
looks,
said
though?
one.
I thought they were. They
Well,
always.
Mostly the fact that they're ugly.
Here's my.
Like, how are they ugly though? Like, what's so
They're
ugly
way
about
too
them?
busy. There's so much going on with them. The taillights are just kind of.
The taillights don't go all the way around though. The taillights are only the very back part. The side part is a
Yeah,
reflector.
the side part's
The
like a
side
weird
part is
reflector.
stupid.
I
but-
like the side part because I would rather have that integrated into the taillight than just a random reflector in the back
Yeah.
fender.
But,
Because by our laws, you have to have a reflector.
I like
and
this.
it's
yeah.
the same kind of thing that Audi's done with the A7. It has that Sportback huge hatch kind of thing. And okay, besides the fact that dealer markups are happening like crazy right now on those, because the Stinger GT, I don't know if you
Why
saw,
it
but it was all over
looks
Facebook. The $99,000 Kia Stinger GT that was for sale in New York.
Come on.
99,000 dealer is dealer markup
Wow.
for
But
99,000.
I actually really like how this car looks, and the interior was a lot better.
I feel like the
And it's a
taillights.
GT car.
I
The
thought
taillights feel like a ripoff of Dodge Charger taillights. They look very similar.
I don't see it.
What?
Without
I
the
get
bar
you
that goes
skinny,
across.
yeah,
Without the
but
bar that goes
I don't.
across.
Yeah, without the bar across, it's
They're
just.
similar shape.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
I don't,
we'll
I don't
agree to
think
disagree
Dodge
on that
Charger
one.
at all with this.
With like
The
the black,
interior's
like the
trying
black.
to be nice. The interior looks so much like Audi though to me.
I think the interior was better, and I compare a lot of interiors to Alpha just because of how shitty the Alpha interior is.
I like how it looks, but the quality's I really
But
like
like
how
everything's so
streamlined and
plasticky in
simple.
that.
Yeah, no,
But
no, that's, yeah. That's
The
good.
Kia Stinger is kind of the same. It's plasticky, but it
is.
feels nicer plastic. But the thing about Kia is you have lower standards for a Kia
Exactly,
and
yeah.
higher standards for an Alpha. So therefore, it's like
Mhm.
the difference is huge. Like
Yeah.
Alpha's all the way down here and Kia's all the way up
Absolutely.
here in my mind. I think the Kia Stinger is fantastic.
I think it's good, yeah.
I think
For
once
the money too. For the money,
well,
How much do they cost?
like what, 33 or something?
let
For
me
the
How much
GT, I
do
know
they
they make the
cost?
cheap like 4-cylinder Stinger.
let me see if I have it in my. I don't have it in my.
Yeah, I'm
notes.
talking about GT, which is
The Kia Stinger 40
GT,
40
yeah.
or something like that. 40, but after dealer markups like another 50 grand.
That should level off though eventually.
It will.
38,
grand.
38,
That's where it
350
For the
starting.
GT?
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then I guess the 45 to
Yeah,
50
3.3
number.
V6. Yeah.
It's just like with the Honda Civic Type R and the Ford Focus RS, the dealer markups are crazy right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, but then the all-wheel drive is 40.
I don't want I wouldn't want all-wheel
Well, yeah,
drive.
yeah.
It's rear-wheel drive otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a GT
Thank
car.
God, if they made it front-wheel drive, it'd be absolute
Yeah.
ass.
Well, it would be too much power too, for the front wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I
it's
didn't
alright.
mind it.
It's still a Kia though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Yeah,
get
exactly.
it. I wouldn't get it, but I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's nice that they're heading a direction where they're trying to compete with, like,
Yeah, I'd like to see what they come out with in a few years. I feel like it would be a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Still, I mean, what was that new Volkswagen? What was it called? The
Arterion?
Yeah.
Arteon. That was
I mean,
beautiful. man.
that
was beautiful.
looks.
I
It's
didn't
a
see
lot
that.
like the Stinger in terms of
The class.
body style.
Yeah, it's a GT
And I
car.
think it looks so much better.
Oh,
and
it's-
it's probably around the same price.
Front-wheel drive though, right? It's Volkswagen. It's gonna be front-wheel drive.
Probably.
Or all-wheel
Well, it's
drive.
based on the A7, isn't it? I think it's the same platform as the A7.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm not.
Well, it has the same like body styles though.
I'm not the vag guy here.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know much about Volkswagen Auto Group.
But this is the
At this
Volkswagen
point, I would
guy.
probably go with that over it.
Oh, the Arteon much better. Yeah, it's
They look so
German.
much
it's
better,
more
yeah.
put together.
But I feel like, and honestly, Kia
Looks so
Hyundai has kind of stepped up their game reliability wise. I feel like the Kia is gonna last longer. and it's gonna be more
35,000.
reliable.
But that's a 2-liter
Maybe.
turbocharged though.
Yeah.
Or not. You don't
So-
really know.
I mean, you don't know, especially
Does it have
since
anything
the
better or
GT's
no?
got the
I don't
twin
think so.
turbo.
I don't
Was it like a 3.1 or 3.3 V6
what?
in the Stinger?
3.3.
3.3? What
Arteon has an RS6, I think.
The Arteon. Wait, what?
Doesn't have an RS6?
What's that?
VR6.
Oh no.
No, it's 2.0.
No, it's a 2.0
God, VR6s are
turbocharged.
terrible. If it had a VR6, it wouldn't
It's a
sell.
2-liter
I thought it
turbocharged.
did.
It's only
Okay,
260,
alright.
so it's not comparable performance-wise, but it's a much nicer car.
Eh,
Back is beautiful.
I didn't actually see it, so I can't
But
speculate.
to me, it's like that's just I don't know. Why didn't they? Did they still have the CC? I don't remember.
No, I haven't had the CC in
They,
a while.
they should replace the CC with this.
I think that was. I
Yeah, I
think
think that's the
I
point.
saw
Oh yeah,
some-
there you go. It said it right there. See, it says RTN does several things different from the CC, but you know they're saying it's based off of comfort coupe, but this isn't a coupe. Although they're calling them coupes nowadays. Did you see
A
that?
lot of cars are doing
Four-door
that.
coupes.
A lot of them are doing that.
Yeah, like BMW, Mercedes started it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know
The
that.
CLA is a coupe.
yes, 4-door
It's
coupe.
weird. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so annoying.
Well, it's like the big S63 is a 2-door sedan. Have you seen the big the
No,
2-door
I love,
S63?
but that's a coupe though, because it says
But-
coupe on it.
Does it?
S63 coupe.
I thought they called the CLS from like 10 years ago. They called that a coupe, and that was 4 doors.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. They do that.
and I think like the 1993 Maximas, if you want to go even further back, had like a little sticker on the back window that said 4D SC, and if I remember correctly from mine, it said 4-door sports coupe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Come on.
come on,
Mine's a 5-door.
come on, Nissan.
I like my
First-
5-doors.
First you got 4-door sports coupes, and then you're in Star Wars. Come on.
That's like the new Tesla Roadster. They're calling it a Roadster, even though it's not a Roadster.
Yeah, it's not a Roadster.
It's 4 seats.
Yeah, 2+2 actually. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. The R10 looks good. Not that R10.
This is a Jetta.
Okay, that's why I was like, okay, the new Jetta. I'm not a huge fan of that. Well, after looking at this page, I forgot
Well, it's
how
not new. It's just
No, the
there's nothing
refresh.
different about the Jetta, is there?
the
I think
whole
it is
face.
just-
It's
yeah.
a facelift, completely new face.
I can't tell. It probably still looks the
Yeah, you
same.
could show Joe.
It looked the same to me. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't walk over.
Yeah, that's what stood out to me was the Jettos because it got a whole new face going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it actually.
The grill's just bigger, pretty much.
Yeah, the grill just got really big. You see it?
Now, like, evens out with the whole Volkswagen logo.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. Yeah, I think that looks
Yeah.
like Eldine's car looks better than that.
Yeah.
It looks like the
Yeah, they're trying to make it
The
less plain,
SUVs.
but yeah.
Yeah.
it looks like they
Yeah.
took the truck front and just put it on there.
Kind of looks like a Nissan to me a little bit.
It's a little too rugged. Cars are all starting to look the same nowadays, though.
Maserati Levante. Ooh,
Ugh.
I know. It's,
Oh.
yeah. Oh man.
Ugh. I'd rather have the Alpha Stelvio,
Stelvio, yeah.
but I still would. Going back to Alpha real quick. One thing, Chris isn't here, but he noticed something on the Alfa Romeo Giulia with the paddle shifters. And they're huge, but it's something I haven't really noticed a lot of other paddle shifters. Well, in the Alfa Giulia, they're fixed. The wheel turns, but
Yeah.
the shifters are in
It's
place.
Ferrari does that.
I don't care about Ferrari.
No, I know.
Okay.
I know.
But,
Ferrari sucks,
But
that's why.
when you move them up and down, the shifters, they're supposed to click, but they move up and down too, like they're about to break off.
Wait, what?
Wait, what are you talking
Like the shifters, they're stationary. They don't move with the wheel, but as people are, because the cars they take to the car show are press cars, which means they take them on the tracks.
Of course.
So as people are testing them, they're pulling the paddle shifters with them,
Oh,
and you can tell because the paddle shifters are like about to come out of the steering column.
Yeah, they've been.
That's unfortunate.
Cheap FCA quality. Ever since Fiat bought them, it's just all really cheap.
Apparently
quality.
they're from Ferrari, but that's also.
I would
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
No.
I
Ferrari
think
isn't that
Ferrari
great
owners gotta
quality.
know better though. They're not gonna hold on to the paddles while
Yeah,
they turn.
but Ferrari apparently is not good quality.
I think that's a flawed system anyway. Because like the Lexus ISF has paddles that move with the wheel, which I think is smarter because then you're not going to rip them off if you go around a sharp turn, and you downshift.
I actually kind of like because my mom's it has it built into the steering wheel.
So it turns with the wheel,
Yeah,
right?
it does. But I prefer not. I actually prefer the opposite.
Yeah, I hear
I
everyone
prefer
say that they
staying-
prefer them to stay
Because
still.
when I'm in first gear making a turn in my mom's car, it's like I'm trying because I use one hand when I drive, So if when I go
that's
to
a cool
shift,
way to drive.
yeah, okay. But I'm just saying when you go to shift, you're like trying to look for it. Where the heck is it? Because if you're doing like a sharp U-turn or something, you're gonna be stuck in first gear until you straighten the wheel out so you can find the pedal. You're not gonna be like this, like let me change.
Yeah, but how
if
else
you're
would you
going,
make the paddle
hand over
shift?
But
hand, you've lost the
You
paddle.
lost the pedal.
But
like
if you're-
this,
if
you can
you're-
always find it's always there if it's on the steering column.
But the people that drive like that, they expect it to just leave an auto. The paddle shifters are people that want to drive spirited. They want to drive
I
on a
shift
track.
all
They
the
want to drive with this like a proper driver should, not with one hand.
Well, I'm not
So-
talking about like spirited driving. I just mean normal driving when you're in manual mode.
They expect you to leave it in drive, not put it in manual mode. They don't BMW and Lexus. They
I
don't make their
move
cars.
so much 'cause your thing
Oh
squeaks.
yeah.
They don't make their cars with people like you in mind who are just gonna drive it in.
I'm not
Pedal
driving
shift.
in manual all the time.
Really.
All the time, yeah. My Fiat, I always
98% of the time.
Oh,
Also, the Mustang I had as a rental.
I had the shifter like plus and minus thing.
Oh, it's the same in my C30.
I always use it.
The Mustang
Always.
as a rental. The Mustang I had as a rental had paddle shifters that were stuck to the wheel.
Those are terrible, dude.
They're not good paddles. They're just kind of
transmission is
stupid little buttons. But I didn't mind the fact that they were stuck to the wheel. I was never confused about where the paddles were.
Exactly, because as long as you can pay enough attention to know where the wheel is facing, you know, like the
Because you're at
plus.
speed, yeah.
Yeah, the plus shifter is going to be over here. So if the wheel's like turn to the left, it's going to be up
Well,
here.
if you're still at 9 and 3, only when you're doing hand over hand, it's going to get confusing.
Yeah.
But they don't expect that people are going to drive hand over hand.
On a track, you're not driving hand
No.
over
Right.
hand. When you're going on fast turns, you're not going hand over hand. So really, I found it to be okay. I didn't mind.
But if
Exactly,
they're,
but
if
people-
they're where they always are, then it's the same thing as if they're on the steering wheel.
Yeah, but if it means that they're going to break if you're doing it wrong.
Why would you break? I mean,
I guess
you're
if it's
just
your
breaking the
own
pedal.
car,
If
you
you're
don't expect
turning,
it's gonna happen.
what I'm saying is like if you're on a racetrack and you're driving Spirited and you go to make a turn and you shift at the same time, you're going to pull the paddle shifter with you, and that's
But I
why
don't-
the paddle shifters felt like they're about to break off inside the
Well, I
steering
think
column.
the idea
I
is
don't
that
trust Autoshow cars, though.
you
because they're pretty
you
abused.
maintain the steer with one hand and take your hand off and hit the paddle with your other hand and put it back on the wheel. You're not holding onto the wheel and then trying to move the paddle. You're kind of taking it off.
I feel like less experienced drivers would kind of just hold on to paddle shifter.
Yeah, and that's the concern that they're going to break it. But
But they shouldn't be shifting anyways.
they're probably not going to be.
Yeah, they should just leave it in automatic because automatics win races.
I think
They do.
I bet 90% of people do it all the time. They never go into manual mode.
Oh
At all.
no, I guarantee, and most people are going to buy like a lower trim Alpha Giulia are going to use the paddle shifters ever.
Yeah.
But if I were to buy an
Quadrifoglio.
Alpha, which I wouldn't, I'd use the paddle shifters often, especially on like highways and.
Yeah, the
And even,
quadrifoglio
if they,
especially.
even if they were fixed, you would know better. You're the person that's going to use them. You're not going to screw them up. But the automotive journalists, they're going to go drive. They just got in the car. They're going to go drive on the track. They're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be used to it.
I guess. I guess they're looking at that they drive. They might have gone from a car with fixed ones to ones that are
Yeah.
that move to it. So I mean, it just kind of bothered me, and it's not even just Alpha in general. Like, it's just any car that has the fixed paddles kind of bothers me. I like when they're built into the wheel. and
I
turn
don't
with the
mind
wheel.
either way. That it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. If I were buying an automatic car with paddles, I wouldn't like. It wouldn't be a deal breaker if they were fixed or not. I don't really care.
Well, like, because I'm thinking about getting the Ascent at the end of the summer when they come out, and that has paddle shifters for its 8-speed CVT, whatever.
It's a CVT though.
It's
not,
a CVT.
It's
Well,
not really real gears.
Well, no, but it's going to be like electronic. But I don't even remember. I don't even remember if those were fixed or if those turned. But the thing is, I'm not going to be taking it on the track, and honestly, probably rarely will I ever use those paddle shifters unless I'm just trying
Plus
to
it's
goof
a-
around.
Plus, CVTs are generally slower when you try to do that stuff. You're better off leaving it in drive.
Yeah.
They go faster.
That's
They-
the point of a CVT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were at a rental Nissan Rogue that had a CVT with paddles,
Uh-oh.
but I was in Costa Rica and going on mountains and stuff, it's good for like hill descents. You can downshift with the paddles,
Mhm.
to engine brake. And that was really all it was good for.
Cool. Yeah.
But I still like them separately.
All right, moving on.
It's just me.
Suleiman, what was something that really kind of jumped out at you at the
Yeah.
I
car show?
like the A3, and we can probably get into that.
A3.
I actually really like how the A3s are looking. I like the
Ooh.
exterior.
There you
So.
Ooh,
But I like the RS3 specifically. That
Ooh.
was what I was excited
I
about.
got a beef.
I like the RS3. So.
I got beef with the A3.
You got beef,
I
yeah.
got beef with Audi. I don't know if it's all Audi cars. You mind if I get into my beef?
Sure, but the RS3 is much nicer interior. Carbon
It's got the
fiber
same
and all
trunk
that.
though. It's got the same trunk.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's got the same
Yeah,
trunk.
yeah, yeah.
So
Probably yeah.
my beef with Audi, and really any car manufacturer that does this in 2018.
Let's just
is-
say the A3 for now, because that's what you know.
Yeah, that's what I know. But especially a luxury car brand like Audi with the A3, even if that is an entry level car
Still
for
over 30,000.
still over 30,000, still a luxury brand. It has the trunk bars. So you open the trunk, you got bars. You just move out along a track. When you open the trunk, and then when you close it, it intrudes on the trunk space, and you lose trunk space. And I hate that because my 09 Lancer has hinges that open from the side of the trunk, so there's no space lost in the trunk. My 2004 Volvo S60R had hinges, so it just kind of opened fancily. And it's a little bit more expensive, a little bit more engineering is what needed to do that, but it's 2018 and it's an Audi. I expect that. I mean, the base model A3, like the one that I looked at, has it, but that means the RS3 has it too, right? They all have it. Like, they're not going to make different trunks.
I doubt it.
Did they at least have a
There was a cover. There was a cover,
That's what-
so the bars weren't exposed, but it was still losing a decent amount of room from that. Like you couldn't put anything. Like I couldn't fit my kid's stroller in that trunk.
Right, but at least it's not going to crush. If you put a piece of luggage in there, it's not going to crush it because
The bars,
already
yeah.
takes
It's not
it
gonna
already.
not kill.
But the thing
Yeah.
is that because they come out so far, depending on how big your luggage is, it might not even fit.
Right.
That's where we need the Avants over here.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Although going back real quick on my Lancer, it's got a subwoofer in the trunk from the factory anyway, so it kind of
Lancer.
takes up space. Yeah.
Well,
But
you can
it's not
get
that bad. I
it.
have a hatch, so I have plenty of space.
You can get the A3 in a Sportback apparently.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
the,
you
Right
know,
now
the
here?
hatchback. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
they-
been here for a while.
Yeah, they've had it for a while, but I don't know.
Didn't they
if
stop
dropped
making
it.
them for? Yeah, I thought they stopped
Yeah,
making
I
them
thought
for
they
like
stopped
older
making them for
generations.
the.
No, that's fine. I don't think if I were to get the A3,
But that
I
could be Europe.
think
are
I
you
would get the
sure?
Sportback anyway.
I think
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do have them here
Okay.
for the new one.
Okay. They also have the e-tron, which let's not talk about that.
Mm.
Yeah, the TT
Let's
was
not
pretty
talk about
cool,
electric
like
cars.
usual.
The TTRS, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. They're
I always
so
like those.
fast. What I like about the RS3 is for like $58,000. Well, it's a lot. It's
A
like
lot for a
supercars.
compact car.
But it's 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds.
What is it compared to the GLA 45? Because that would, I feel like in the
It
luxury
doesn't even
compact,
compete really.
meaning
Well,
like what?
performance-wise, like it's so much better.
The
RS3.
RS3 is better.
Yeah, the transmission's way better. The dual clutch Audi has much better than the garbage one in the GLA.
It's a turbo inline 5, isn't it?
Yeah, and it
The
sounds
same one in
way
the
better.
TTRS, right?
Yeah, it sounds so much better than the GLA's 2-liter. You know,
Volvos use
cylinder.
5 cylinders, so
5
of course
cylinders
you're
so
gonna sound
good.
They're gonna
That's
sound
why I
good.
love it so much. It's 5-cylinder. The transmission's good. The interior is nice. Diamond stitch. You know, the
If the
nice
RS3,
seats.
is there an RS3 Sportback here?
Not here.
That's
That's the
what I-
perfect one. That's the perfect one in Europe. Yep.
That's what I would get. The
The
RS3,
RS3, but the
Sportback.
Sportback.
Oh, it's Sportback. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
best
those
one.
are nice.
I love their gray color they got the Audi now. It's sick.
That
That
was
like-
pretty
Nardo gray or something?
Yeah, some yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, the TCs always look good. I like the TCs since they first came out.
Yeah.
The TCs, yeah. I like-
TCs. Oh.
They don't make those anymore, do they?
Oh, thank
My
God.
cousin has one.
Ew.
What's a sporty curl?
Sporty Corolla.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah, so is a Lotus Elise.
kind of.
I mean, it's got the same engine. It's just everything's upgraded a little bit.
Wasn't Camry? No, which one was Camry? Evora? No.
Camera was
Exige.
Evora.
Evora.
Evora?
Yeah, because that's a 3.5 V6.
Mm-hmm.
But supercharged.
The S was supercharged.
Okay, yes.
And then I forgot which Exige it was. Maybe also the S, but there was also a supercharged Corolla motored Elise too. That's pretty good. And what's cool about those for you? This isn't really Autoshow related, but I know you love Corollas, and I know you love small little track cars. They're not expensive, Lotus Elises and Exiges.
Yeah.
They're really cheap,
Yeah,
surprisingly.
yeah, for what they are.
Yeah.
I've seen them for as low as like 25, 26 if you
Yeah.
go for an older one.
The only problem is if you crash it, which, with your
Oh.
experience.
Oh, just don't make any U-turns.
Fiberglass
No,
body,
see, I'm
good
fine
luck.
With no U-turns.
Good luck.
I learned my lesson.
I don't think they have power steering either.
I don't need power steering.
Nah,
No, I'm saying. you
The
know,
RX-7 doesn't have power steering, but it doesn't actually go.
Oh yeah,
So.
it's,
Yeah.
it's a trophy car. now.
Okay.
It doesn't have power
Let's
steering.
move on.
Oh.
What was one of your guys'?
Hold on, if we're
favorite
gonna move
car?
a topic, we should probably update.
Yeah, we should.
Can you check those out?
You've been going 24 minutes. We're not doing takes, man.
Shut up.
Would you call it livery?
Shot 3, take 1.
Hatch Boys livery? Oh, we gotta make that.
Ooh.
Are we
Racing team,
are
man.
Are we doing
It's gotta
a,
be like a hot pink, like a magenta.
we're gonna
some
Hatch
stuff.
Boys,
Magenta outline on all the lines of your car, and then have it be like
Like
carbon,
Tron
carbon
neon?
gray,
With black
like
plastic.
carbon gray.
Ooh.
What?
are we wrapping all our cars? I'll wrap the Lexus, not the Mitsubishi though.
Yeah, we'll do it.
I'll wrap the Mazda.
You
Ooh,
can
we
wrap
look
it.
so good in the garage,
Do
dude.
they have $20 wraps?
Okay.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, you had a gripe with Mini, and I got some things I love
No,
about
No,
it.
I
Everything
had a
open.
gripe of Mini from 2014 because they obviously made them bigger, bulkier.
What does
For
that
no
have to do with
reason.
Auto show.
What do you mean? You were gonna bring it up.
Yeah, but what is your okay?
No,
Go.
I'm just gonna
tell
say.
tell me your gripe from 2014.
That they made them bigger. The minis are now large,
Larger,
big vehicles.
and the headlights and taillights are huge for the
Very
proportion of the
huge.
car, and I don't like that.
Yes.
But mine I had 2013 was much nicer. Everything was proportionate. What?
Nothing.
No, mine was 2013. I'm saying for 2014 they made it. they changed the style.
See, I used to side with you on that. I used to think they were like really big and kind of
Now,
the
one
front
thing
end was
they
kind of bulbous. I didn't like it, but
What I did like though is they moved the power switches no longer down there with the toggles. Now it's on the door, which is nice. Because before they had the power windows.
I love the toggles.
With
Toggles
this-
are one of my favorite things.
No, those are good, but I'm saying the power windows used to be all the way down there, and it wasn't like on my Fiat where it was like really close next to the shifter. This is like all the way deep there, and you couldn't. And I had like control of 3 windows. So.
Yeah. I had my friend had an R53S, and the controls were right there.
Yeah, I had an R53, but it's,
But you had I thought you had an R56.
R56, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
my
God, you don't even know anything.
bad. You're right.
But I love the toggle switch. I was in the JZW, and everything's just like the new
JZW.
the new infotainment system is fantastic.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's like 228 horsepower, which isn't a lot, but considering it weighs significantly less than.
For 35 grand starting price, it's not a lot.
It's not a lot. That's the one problem is minis are so goddamn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Countryman. Countryman was cool.
Yeah, Countryman's. Oh, they extended it. Well,
They
last
extended
year,
it.
but yeah.
And you can still get it with a 68 manual, and you can get a John Cooper Works version for like $45,000.
Yep. I think that's a great SUV though.
It is
like
great.
if you need some practicality because they made it longer. They
But it's
actually
so
gave it trunk
expensive
now.
though.
But it's a lot, yeah.
It's so expensive.
You gotta love them.
And then with the Clubman.
I don't like the club.
The Clubman with the doors. The doors. The doors. You remember the doors?
The trunk is
The
like
barn doors, like the Suburban, but they're like hydraulic, so you just boop and.
Yeah. No,
I have a video clip of that.
I saw that. Yeah, it's
It's
cool.
fantastic. I
didn't
love
think
that.
was really
I
You
really
love
think-
that.
I love
Okay.
minis. I love minis. They're expensive. I'll probably never buy one unless like maybe Robbie gets older. I'll buy one. Maybe he can get himself in the back seat. But like after the Ascent, live with the Ascent a couple of years.
I would think of getting a GCW one day, but like a used one, certified or something. So I don't have to worry.
I tried to find a used R53 JCW
You know what they
because I
had
want the
around here?
supercharged, but
Yeah, you know what they had around here? They had the what do they call the GT the JCW, but the special one. It was like a limited one. 500,
the
500.
GP, the
GP, yes.
I almost
yes,
bought
yes.
that. I almost bought that from
You
CarMax.
saw that in CarMax? They had it. Yeah, you almost did.
When I bought
28,000
when I bought the Lancer,
Yeah.
they had it, and I almost bought that, but I
I
was
saw that at listing. I was
I
like,
need
holy
I need
piss.
the back seat for my kid. I can't be doing this, but
Dude, that was amazing. And for 28 or 26, I think it was even. I was
You-
like, man, I would snatch that.
you have no idea how hard it was for me not to.
A
But that,
GP's so rare too.
I also realized how ridiculous it would be. Like I'm a heavy dude in a lightweight mini. I would weight down so bad it would probably lose everything. It'd be terrible.
I mean, it is dealing with the power to weight.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not as powerful, but that's because of the weight. But if you add weight, then it kind of defeats them.
That's when you gotta add more power.
I don't know piss about Mini.
They're cool little
I don't
cars,
know.
man. The Mini Cooper, I'm not sure if you know, is actually called a Mini Cooper because it's fairly mini in size.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
The
think
Maxi
they're-
Mini. The Maxi Cooper.
I mean, when you had it, I thought it was, pretty well put together and.
Yeah.
Like
Hella
I
stiff.
remember,
But his
I remember
was
being
an
able.
automatic convertible
Well, yeah, that was the lame. It
base
had a
model.
bread box for a trunk.
It's convertible though. Nah, I don't like convertibles. But
But
my
it was,
mom's really good. I
it
can't
was
put-
nice that I remember being able to tell that there was salt on the road sitting in the passenger seat. Just through my butt, I could feel, there's salt on the road. Through
Yeah,
the
just
suspension.
Super stiff.
Saying your ass was salty?
No, it
He
was.
soiled the seats. That's why I traded it in. Quick.
Ah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I need to focus quick. Just traded it in.
Hey, we've all soiled our pants sometime in the last couple of years. Not a deal.
Not gonna lie, I haven't.
Did you have to
Unfortunately,
check that? No,
I tried.
haven't.
I tried really hard.
Thanks for being honest.
It always shoots. It doesn't stay. It goes right through my ankle. Blast right there.
Doesn't leave
Anyway.
a stain, doesn't leave anything, just
No,
goes right through.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Ooh.
Doesn't.
I'm impressed.
Cause I sweat a lot, so then it just went.
Bunch of lubricant.
And then,
Ew.
Speaking of,
so I stick my foot in the toilet. That's also why I got clogged too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Cause that's why I poop.
speaking of other cars that are getting bigger and stupider, the G-Wagon got an update for 2019.
Were you saying stupider?
Yeah,
We
I
didn't
mean,
get bigger. Right?
it is slightly bigger.
Oh, it is?
Slightly bigger
Oh,
because
yeah.
let me explain. So for the updated 2019 G-Wagon, which apparently this is the first time it's had a major overhaul.
I do agree though. It is
Since like the
pretty
70s,
big.
yeah.
It's a pretty big deal for a G-Wagon, but it's
Yeah.
like it's the kind of thing like, oh, the Jetta got a facelift. Like most people consider this a facelift. Mercedes calls this a redesign.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a little bit bigger. All the sharp edges of it are now completely rounded because of U.S. regulations. Can't have sharp edges on cars.
Kind of like the sharp edges though.
Me too. It's I can fall into it.
I
and
like
hurt
the
myself.
boxy nature and how
I didn't
black and
notice though.
aerodynamic.
Do you have pictures of it?
I'm sure we have pictures. I'm sure he can get pictures.
Pictures of what?
G-Wagon.
Oh,
The
yeah,
2019
yeah.
G-Wagon.
I mean,
also the
I didn't notice that looked any different just passing by.
exactly. It's I call it more of a faith, but it is technically a redesign because they redesigned
I
the
knew
body.
going into it. That's why I saw it.
Yeah.
But-
The backup camera, which old models did have, but it was kind of an afterthought placed at the top. Now it is in a proper place lower, so you can actually see it properly.
Your thing just went off.
Yeah, maybe it's like getting too low
Oh,
battery
Joe.
and dying.
Joe, you really got it.
Oh my piss.
Jesus. Are we cutting? All right. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Yes.
See you next
Oh,
time.
yeah, and also comment below what was your favorite auto show video.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
What was your favorite auto show video?
Auto show.
What was your favorite auto show video?
guys,
Yeah,
have
because I know it's not ours. So go all over YouTube, look at other auto show videos. Comment
tell
below
us which
which
one you like
Chicago auto show or Geneva auto show or Tokyo auto show video was your favorite, and tell us how we suck compared to them. Comment below, like, share, subscribe. Oh, and I'm getting another car soon.